Have you heard the latest buzz surrounding Barron Trump? If not, grab a seat for the scoop. As the son of the President-elect of the United States, Donald Trump, it is tough for Barron to avoid the spotlight. Yet he has largely stayed away from the public eye until now. Recently, his towering height and personality have caught the internet's attention. This surge of interest has led to whispers and rumors about Barron's life that might have been kept away from the spotlight for some reasons. So, what's behind the sudden wave of interest? What happened to Barron Trump? What happened to Barron Trump? Why is the internet going crazy about Barron Trump? Talking about the life of Barron Trump is as exciting as that of any other celebrity kid. The fact that he managed to keep his life away from the spotlight for years, especially since he became an adult, has got the internet excited. He might be quiet publicly, but his presence is difficult to ignore as he towers over his father, who is said to be 6 feet 3 inches tall. I mean, who wouldn't be fascinated by Barron's height of 6 feet 9 inches? That certainly wouldn't be me. The internet recently went wild for the New York University freshman, Barron Trump, after a viral video of a younger version of him loving his designer briefcase made its rounds online. One clip in particular shows him at 4 years old in an interview with his parents and Larry King, an American author and television host. In another clip, little Barron tells King, "I like my suitcase," in what sounds like a Slovenian accent similar to his mother's. This heartwarming moment had the entire internet buzzing with excitement, and the audio was remixed and used across TikTok over 100,000 times, with videos of people holding or rolling their suitcases, including celebrities like Paris Hilton. However, that's not all about the recent buzz. This tall drink of water might be embracing his obvious political side. While Barron's half-siblings, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka, Eric, and Tiffany, had all taken on roles as political advisors, Barron remained more like a backroom guy. Not only did he stir up his father's name beyond politics, which was a huge step, but he also played an advisory role in his re-election. You're probably wondering how he did this. Well, as a young person, he knows exactly how to reach out to a young audience of voters, particularly Gen Z voters who are crucial to modern political campaigns. To do so, Barron advised his dad to make appearances with popular streamers and podcasters, including Joe Rogan. This move helped Trump gain more audiences, which probably helped his campaign. Barron's mother, Melania Trump, who is also involved in political matters, is super proud of Barron's political endeavors. In an interview with Fox News, she said, "He's a grown young man. I'm very proud of him, about his knowledge, even about politics, and for giving advice to his father. He knows his generation," she said, adding that her son was very vocal behind the scenes of the campaign. That's a proud mother encouraging her son. With the way things are going, people are becoming more interested in the president's youngest son, Barron. Since he turned 18, the internet has been having a heyday with the 6'9" Manhattan elite. This might have a thing or two to do with his relatability as a quiet young man, which contrasts with his father, who is an infamously polarizing figure, not just in politics but in popular culture. Declined political debut. As the son of a political figure, most people expected Barron to become a politician himself. Arrangements were made for his first political debut, but the teen's response came as a shock to many. Having been selected to serve as one of the at-large delegates for the Florida Republican Party at the Republican National Party in July 2024, Barron would have made his political debut, but he chose to decline the offer. The expectations were for him to join his father and siblings as part of the Florida delegation, but the teen had other plans. Just days after the announcement, Barron decided to withdraw from this role, and a statement from Melania Trump's office said he declined the offer due to prior commitments. This decision was mostly because he wanted to stay away from the spotlight and concentrate on his education. Despite that, he did attend his first campaign rally in support of his father in July. After Donald defeated Vice President Kamala Harris to win the presidential election, Barron also appeared on stage for his father's victory speech, during which the president-elect expressed his gratitude for his children. Barron's decision to step back raised a lot of questions about his involvement in politics. But with his mother, Melania, solidly behind him, he's adamant about following his own career path. Barron's siblings, on the other hand, are deeply engaged in politics and have played a more prominent role in their father's political pursuits. Ivanka Trump served as a senior advisor in the Trump administration alongside her husband Jared Kushner, while Donald Jr. and Eric have been familiar fixtures at Trump rallies and on the campaign trail. Even Eric's wife, Laura, was elected to a leadership position within the Republican National Committee. So, this seems like a family thing. You can imagine people's reaction when Barron decided not to join the line. In fact, his decision to step back from his political debut raised questions about his future involvement in politics and continues to fuel speculations about the Trump family up to this day. Well, now we are in the future. It's quite clear that Barron is leaning more into politics following his statement and advice to his father during his campaign. Who knows what goes on in the minds of teenagers these days? All we can do is hope he takes that huge step into politics like the rest of his family. That would be heartwarming. Controversy. What happened to Barron Trump? Well, controversy happened, and it wasn't looking good for Barron Trump. While he has been loved by many, not just for his height, but also his calm personality, there have been some speculations surrounding his life, especially as a result of his low public profile. One of the most notable controversies and speculations surrounding Barron has people believing he's autistic. Yep, you heard right. People think he exhibits behaviors that are clearly associated with autism. And this surprising speculation about the teen became a thing in 2016 during the Republican National Convention when a video suddenly began to circulate that attempted to suggest that Barron is on the spectrum. His behavior and mannerisms had people wearing their eagle's eye to observe the teen, and you can't blame them. Come to think of it, for the most part of Barron's life, he was kept away from the public eye, making only a few public appearances. His reserved demeanor and occasional moments of appearing less engaged have led several people to speculate about his social interactions and communication style, which are often associated with autism spectrum disorders. While this might be a hard pill to swallow for the Trump family, it's not the only speculation surrounding Barron Trump's life. Citizenship. Barron Trump's citizenship status became a surprising topic of discussion, particularly because his father was the president of the United States at the time of the rumors. Let's give you a rundown of what happened. The issue of Barron Trump's citizenship became a subject of controversy and speculation due to his father, Donald Trump's immigration policies. Barron, who was born on March 20, 2006, in New York City, is a citizen of the United States by birthright under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, which grants citizenship to anyone born on American soil. This has been a part of the United States Constitution for a long time until Donald Trump decided to introduce a new concept. During his 2016 presidential campaign, Trump focused on altering birthright citizenship. He called for a reinterpretation of the 14th Amendment that would deny citizenship to babies born in the United States whose parents were not citizens or legal residents. He stated, "On day one of my new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic United States citizenship." While campaigning for this, he likely overlooked the potential impact on his son Barron, whose mother allegedly did not become a United States citizen until 3 months after giving birth to him. Trump's campaign outraged those it might affect, sparking debates and controversies. People even started questioning whether his policies would apply to his own son, Barron. One commentator asked, if Trump's policies were enacted, would his own son be affected? This question escalated the issue, prompting deeper investigations into the situation. Some critics turned their attention to Melania Trump's citizenship. According to their findings, Melania wasn't a citizen of the United States at the time of Barron's birth, which could have impacted Barron's citizenship if Trump's campaign policies were followed. This implied that Barron, born to a non-citizen mother, might also be affected. However, this speculation did not gain much traction, as legal experts quickly clarified the situation. According to immigration attorneys and constitutional law experts, Barron Trump is unquestionably a United States citizen under the 14th Amendment, as he was born on U.S. soil, and neither of his parents held diplomatic immunity at the time of his birth. Even if he had been born outside the United States, he would still qualify as a citizen through his father, Donald Trump. Melania also indirectly addressed the situation when she expressed frustration over how her family was frequently used in political debates. In an interview, she stated, "It's not fair for my son to be dragged into this." In addition to dealing with health and citizenship controversies, Barron Trump faced life-threatening issues that could have significantly impacted his life. Barron Trump stalker. If you thought being the child of the president-elect of the United States came with zero challenges, think again. While the Trump family enjoys a life of luxury, they are also easy targets for danger. And that danger came knocking a few years ago. Did you know Barron Trump once had a stalker when he was only 17 years old? The teenager had dealt with stalkers for years, but this time, it was something far more serious. In March 2023, 41-year-old social studies teacher Tracy Marie Florenza was accused of stalking Barron Trump at school and making threats against both him and his father, former President Donald Trump. As the situation unfolded, it became clear that Florenza had a history of harassing people associated with Barron's school, Oxbridge Academy, in Florida. Initially, in March, before she began actively stalking Barron, Florenza was spotted outside Oxbridge Academy. A security guard recognized her as a known stalker of high-profile students and called the police. Upon their arrival, she claimed she was there to speak with the headmaster about her own investigation into whether Barron was attending school. Law enforcement did not buy her story, but they issued her a trespassing warning and threatened to arrest her if she was seen near Barron's school again. Later that day, the Secret Service found her at a gas station and escorted her back to her hotel. However, she ignored all warnings and proceeded with her initial plans just a few months later. The first thing she did was send threatening emails to the school's headmaster, stating, "I will fire Donald Trump Sr. and Barron Trump straight in the face at any opportunity one get. I'm going to slam a bullet in Barron Trump's head with his father in self-defense." These threats, sent in May and June, used violent language that showed Florenza's clear intent to cause harm. Fortunately, she was unable to act on her threats because the police caught up with her before she could. She was arrested in June 2023 and faced federal charges for transmitting threats to take a life or cause harm, which could result in a maximum sentence of 5 years. Prosecutors argued that she posed a real threat to the community. As expected, Florenza's attorney attempted to attribute her behavior to mental health issues, arguing that there was no evidence that she had harmed anyone or posed a real threat. This was when things took a dramatic turn. During court proceedings, Florenza suddenly made bizarre claims, stating that she was being attacked by bad actors and was only trying to warn her parents about a supposed danger at school. She had several outbursts during the hearing, shaking her head repeatedly and addressing the judge, despite her attorney pleading with her to stop. While this behavior seemed totally irrational, some speculated that it was a calculated attempt to avoid imprisonment. During the hearing, she also claimed that Donald Trump was the leader of a pedophile ring and that the government was using remote, intimate stimulation on former students in Chicago. Despite her outbursts, Florenza is expected to be extradited to Florida to face federal charges. Barron is multilingual. Enough about controversies and stalkers. Let's talk about Barron's superpower, which he probably inherited from his mother. What do you think it is? Barron's superpower is his effortless ability to learn multiple languages, which is quite impressive. At a young age, he had an amazing linguistic repertoire and demonstrated a natural aptitude for learning different languages. From the beginning, Donald Trump emphasized the importance of his children acquiring the ability to speak multiple languages, primarily French and English. As the youngest child, Barron rapidly expanded his language skills to include more than 2 languages from an early age. By the age of 3, he was already fluent in his mother's language, Slovene, in addition to English, while also learning French like his siblings. He became a master of his mother tongue by the age of 9 and could fluently communicate with his maternal grandparents in Slovenian. In an interview with People magazine, Melania Trump spoke about her son's impressive abilities. She also stated that she agreed with her husband on the importance of using English in public. "My opinion is that the more languages you speak, the better it is, but when you come to America, you speak English," she said. In 2011, during an appearance on The Joy Behar Show, Melania proudly discussed her son's trilingual abilities, emphasizing his connection to the Slovenian language. Barron's language skills have sparked public interest, especially as he navigates his education at New York University. Who knows how many more languages the young genius will master in the future? Barron's future career. Speaking of education, While no one knows for sure if Barron will follow in his father's footsteps and pursue politics, it seems likely that he may go into business. Given his family's strong ties to business and entrepreneurship, he is expected to follow that path. However, since little is known about his career aspirations, all we can do is wait and see how his adulthood unfolds as he forges his own path in the world. But I'm definitely on team business. Which career do you think Barron Trump will choose? What are your thoughts on the controversies surrounding his life? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to click on the next video on your screen, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for more updates.